what's up guys? We are looking at Blue Orchid by the White Stripes. Pretty simple song to play, but a lot of fun, especially getting the chance to play around with some different pedals, sound effects. So I'm using a fuzz pedal, the Swollen Pickle Jumbo Fuzz, and then the Pitchfork harmonic shifter. I'm adding an octave below what I'm playing. So I don't know if that's exactly what he's doing, but sounds pretty darn close. So you can play around with that sound. It's kind of what I'm hearing in the recording. I didn't look to see exactly what was going on there. But anyways, so there's really only two sections to the song. So we'll just jump right in, go through the first section, and then the little section where we have the bend. So the verse, we're pretty much just sitting around string 6, frets 1 and 3, and string 5, fret 1. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit, so I don't have to yell. String 6, fret 1, string 6, fret 3, and string 5, fret 1. There's a lot going on there. And then we have this position shift where we go on string 5, fret 1, 3, 5, and string 4, fret 3, and 5. So it's really the same thing. There's just a little variation in the lick in the middle of the riff the second time through. So this is the first time. Okay, so that is string 6, fret 3, and then 1, 3, string 5, fret 1, string 6, fret 1. And then string 6, fret 3 again. 1, 3, 1. And here we're going to shift. I'm going to use finger 3 on string 5, fret 3. Then I'm going to slide with finger 3 up to string 5, fret 5. Then finger 1 on string 4, fret 3. And then finger 3 on string 4, fret 5. And this is going to bring me back to the beginning or the repeating of the riff. I'm going to grab that with finger 1 because I have plenty of time to get back there. So this is what I mean. I land there with finger 1 and then I shift back into position. So you could probably come up with a couple different ways to shift, and it's not a difficult thing to do, but it is important to plan ahead, be consistent, and explore different possibilities so you can find the easiest way to play it, because sometimes the first choice we make, the intuitive choice that we make, may not be the best decision. Maybe it is, who knows, but just experiment with it, and that's just going to teach you more about the guitar neck and getting around it. Then the second iteration of that same lick starts off with the exact same notes. And then here it jumps back in a little bit quicker. You just have that little bit added, and the rest is the same. So I'll play the second time the riff comes around, and then I'll put them both together. So it's really just 3 notes added in there. Just that little bit. That's string 6, fret 1, string 6, fret 3, string 5, fret 1, string 6, fret 3. Okay, so both of them together, nice and slow. That a lot. Now on to the second part. It's a cool little lick, and if you haven't ever worked on string bending, it's good for that because we get to bend this string 3 fret 5 quite a bit. It's the same articulation, just a slightly varied rhythm from one little lick to the next. So the first time is, so I have my first finger on string 3 fret 3 because I'm going to play that note and I also use it for support for the bend. So that's an important thing to note. Maybe not everybody does it the same way, but it's nice to have 2 fingers on there and then have my thumb up here to get a little bit of leverage to bend underneath that string. You don't want to be sitting on your fingertip for bends. You kind of have to get underneath it so you can slide that up along the fretboard. So bend up and then let it fall. Push up and then just let the string come back down. Then string 3 fret 3 and then jump to string 4 fret 3. And then you do something very similar, but there's just not a little pause in there. Bend the same note and I ended up on string 4 fret 5. Bend string 3 fret 5, string 3 fret 3, string 4 fret 5, and then that's exactly the same as the first bend that we did, but then we're going to repeat string 4 fret 3 to string 4 fret 5. So the whole thing together sounds like this. One more time, and I'm doing a little pull off on one of these right there. You can use that. You know, it's a nice, easy way to get to that note without having to pick again. But either way will work. So. All right, one last time. We're going to go straight through the first section and the second section together, nice and slow, and then we're going to be done. So there might be some instances in there where he's actually changing, like going to a higher octave with the harmonic shifter. Not really sure. There are some different sounds, but it's really just those 2 riffs through the whole thing. So you work on it nice and slow, get your fingering down, get your shifting down and the bending, and then speed it up and have a blast. It's a fun one to play. You can, always fun to play with distortion. So let me know if you have any questions, guys. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot.